Hi, this is James Shug with Westpac London's end of day report for Wednesday, the 27th of February. There was reasonable bounces on equity markets in Europe today. In Italy's case, nowhere near rebounding from yesterday's losses, but some of the other markets have fared reasonably well, with some pretty good US economic numbers helping things along. In the States, we had durable goods orders for the month of January. They fell quite sharply because of a known fall in Boeing orders in that month, but the core capital goods component was up, just on 6%, 6.3% actually, and that makes for about a 12% increase over since the beginning of the fourth quarter of last year. It hasn't translated into shipments. They were down 1%, but it does suggest that maybe there's been a bit of a recovery in the business attitude towards the outlook, if at least they're putting those sorts of orders in place. Pending sales of existing homes rose 4.5% in January. They're up about 10% over the past year. These numbers don't seem to be as affected as other measures of existing home sales, which have been a bit constrained by the lack of supply. But nevertheless, a solid read there. In Europe, we had another rise in the European Business Climate Index and the European Economic Confidence, up for 4 or 5 months running now. These were February readings, but based on what happened when we had the Greek election mess in May last year, we're probably going to see those business surveys, confidence surveys, record sharp falls in the next month or two, and possibly continuing depending on how serious the situation becomes in terms of markets' views on electorates and whether they're prepared to continue wearing austerity. We had European money supply numbers edged up slightly, but what decelerated was the loans to the private sector, down 0.9% over the past year. We had revised UK GDP figures for last year, revised up from flat to 0.2% growth in 2012, although the fourth quarter was unrevised at minus 0.3%. And it was business investment and exports that held down that quarter. Okay, so onto the markets. London market just ahead of the close, up 0.8% today. France is up 1.6%, Germany up 0.9%, Spain's up 1.6%, and Italy up 1.5%. Just on Italy, the caretaker Monti government is considering to go ahead, although it's not confirmed, with the bailout of Banco Monte Paschi. So that would happen on the 1st of March if it goes ahead, causing a bit of a fuss. Commodities, we've got gold down 0.8% at $1,601 an ounce. Copper's down 0.3%, and oil is flat at $92.68 a barrel. And the Aussie dollar's been slipping. It's at 1.02 against the US dollar at the moment. We've got those important CapEx figures, business expenditure figures for the fourth quarter, and also business investment intentions for the next year or two, including the first estimate for 2013-2014. So watch out for those numbers, which will have an influence on market expectations about whether or not the Reserve Bank cuts interest rates next week. Okay, back tomorrow.